Selling is the best way to make coins from day 1 to 365 days into Madden 27. You can do it at 1 a.m., you can do it at 8 a.m., you can do it at 8 p.m., and it doesn't matter. Either way, you're going to be able to snipe and resell and make good coins from it. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to break down everything, and this is going to be a how to snipe and resell 101 for dummies. If you were looking for cheap Madden 27 coins, you can check out my sponsor, u4gm.com. Their professional website provides safe coins with cheap prices and have very fast delivery. Remember to use my promo code Kneand for 6% off. Make sure to check them out. The link will be in the description. Ultimately, you probably got sent this video through a Twitter, or you probably are seeing this video because you asked a question on how does this work, how does that work, and I'm showing you this. Before we do get any further into the video though, go make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and we are about to hit that. I appreciate all the support. Go down there, hit that sub button. Also, boys, check out the Twitch, Discord, Twitter, all of that. We post every single day in each of those, and we're always live doing coins ourselves. And of course, if you ever have questions, you can always ask live on the Twitch. With that being said, let's get into all of this. This is going to be the most broke down video literally ever on your YouTube. You're not going to find a better broke down video for how to snipe and resell, because we have our first vocabulary word, and that is an unfiltered price. Ultimately, an unfiltered price is also going to be your sell price as well. So unfiltered equals sell. How do you get that unfiltered price? Well, let's just say, and right now it is good to do, let's just say you want to snipe 82s and 83s. So you're going to go to the 82 and 83 filter, and that is your unfiltered price. That is as simple as it is. Your unfiltered price is going to be what 82s and what 83s are selling for. Now, right now it's a little bit weird because 82s are so expensive. They do go into some very important sets. And so 82s are quite expensive, and even 83s are overriding them. So let's actually do 80 and 81 to break this down even better, and so that you would get a better look. Now, as you can see, it's a lot of coin quick sales. Again, we're early in the game. It's going to be really weird, but it's still going to be easy to explain. So as you can see, this is our unfiltered price, or our sell point. This is where we're selling at. This is our sell price. This is where we are going to be selling cards at. And as you can see, if I was wanting to sell an 80, I'm going to want to sell it at 17,750 coins. Now, an extra little tip, since they are all quick sales, I would actually go down to the actual 80s and see that they're at 18,000. Now, most of the time, anytime you're watching this video, these are probably not going to happen. So you'll just sell at the first line. But for this, 80 overalls are selling at about 18,000 coins. Again, you would just go to 80, 81 and see your first 5 cards, your first 6 cards, sorry, your first row, and you're going to say that is your sell price. From there, we actually want to be able to find snipes. If I was to go over here and refresh this, and how you do refresh is you're going to go over to whatever filter you're not using. So say we was using the program filter, we was wanting to see legends, okay? So maybe we just wanted to see legends. We would actually always go newest. We'll explain that in just a second. And then we'll go by team, and then we'll click all. That's just going to refresh this, and that's going to pop all the newest cards up if something new has went up. Because right now, I'm just sitting on this. Let's just say it's refreshing right now. So let's just say I'm just sitting on this, okay? It's not going to just refresh just like in a snap of a finger. It's not just going to do that. You're going to have to refresh it manually. Now, I know in college football, a lot of people go to catalog, and then they go back to auction house. That's currently broken Madden because they don't know how to make a well thought of game. Somehow EA slander always ends up in the videos. As you can see, stuff is selling, but nevertheless, a lot of people in cut are going catalog, and then auction house, that does refresh it as well. But I'd say the best way is going, whatever you're doing, say you're looking for 81s and 82 or 80 81s, you're looking at legends, let's just go team, all, team, all, team, all, and over and over and over, that is going to refresh your filter. Now, another thing I want to explain really quickly and get this out of the way is you're always looking at newest. Now, the reason you're always looking at newest is it's very simple, is if there's going to be a, quote, snipe up, if you're going to see something for cheap, why would it be on buy now? Now, it may be on buy now because it may be cheaper than all these other cards, but say you're looking at 81s and an 81 snipe is 20K, you may have to scroll all the way over to see it. And newest, think about it like this. If there's a snipe up, or if there's a good thing up, let's just say you go to a yard sale, who's going to get the stuff that's good? The earliest buyer. So you're going to go to newest, and that's where you're going to see usually a good snipe is going to be in this first slot right here. As you can see, 15K, it's actually not horrible if I was able to sell at maybe 20. So that's why we always do newest, is because always the best cards that you're going to want to be sniping are always going to be that first few cards if they're on newest. And of course, that newest, the way it's going to filter is it's going to go this card, this card, this card, this card. It's just going to go down the line. It's not going to go down, but instead it'll go down the line, if that does make sense to you. With that being said, we now know our sell price. Now, remember, everything that you sell has a 10% tax. They actually did a really good thing and implemented that in, well, it's not there now, but above the auction hub, it usually says 10% is off any auction. So anything that you sell, whether it's 500,000 coins or 5,000 coins, it's going to take 10% from you. So that moves us on to what we need to be buying for. So if we know these can sell at 17,750 coins, don't ever hurt to pull up a calculator, 17,750 coins, and you can times that by 9. That will be 10% off. So times 9 0.9 of 17,750, where we know we can sell at. That's going, or times 0.9, sorry, 17,750 times 0.9, that is going to take 10% off, and that's going to be 15,975 coins. That's how much we can buy for if we're selling at 17,750, and we'd be breaking even. We wouldn't be making profit. Now, that's the thing. So if I know I can sell at 17,750 coins, and let's say, for instance, that 10% is going to make it to go down to 15,975. That's going to be my net profit. That's how much I'm going to get after tax profit. After tax profit, you're going to get 15,975. Now, we don't want to just buy for 15,000 and make 970 coins. We don't want to just buy for, maybe 15,500. Now, while it would be profit, you're only going to make about 500 coins. You're going to want to make more than 500 coins overall. So what we would say, let's say we're making, okay, so it basically sells for 16K back, 15,975. It's 25 off from 16,000. I would say 14,000 and under is going to be a good buy. Again, why is that? Because if we sell at 17,750 and we buy at 14,000, that means we're going to be able to sell back at 17,775 and we're going to get 15,975 back. Now, if this isn't making sense to you, it's literally take that 10% off and then knock it down a few another thousand. The least I want to make from a snipe is about 2,000 coins, and right now you'd be making about 1.975K. So again, 14,000 would be our buy price for these cards. Now, how would we find those cards? How would we filter down? That is our new word, new vocabulary word. I know this is really, I don't know. This is always a really hard video to explain because I try to go really in depth, and sometimes I feel like I'm just going too quick or people aren't understanding. But now we have an filtered price. So unfiltered price, sell point. Filtered price is what you're going to want to be buying at. Now, what is the best way to filter down? Well, unfortunately, again, EA does not know how to make a game that is actually finished, so all offense and all defense doesn't currently work. Now, by the time you're watching this video, hopefully this does work, but a lot of times the best ways to filter down, and say, for instance, there's content coming out. So today we have Collector Series coming into the game. Collector Series is going to be really good for Snipe. So I would go over to Program, I would go to Collector Series, and I would look at these cards and I would do the same prices. I would be buying at 14,000 coins and under, and these you can sell for a little bit more, but these I would be selling at that 17,750 coin mark. If that's confusing to you, essentially you're selling at your unfiltered price, you're filtering down to see the newest cards. Now, how do you know you're seeing the newest cards? There's actually a way to tell, and that is going to be seeing 59 minutes across the board. Now, that's a little bit changed now. You're mostly going to see 23 hours. If you really want to check to see if you're seeing the newest cards, you can click on this card. You can see how long it's been up for. The time remaining, you can see it's been up for 17 minutes. It just means that there's not a lot going up. Also, you can see the thing above Aaron Rodgers, the items found. Usually that wants to be at 99, 98. You don't want that to be at 100. If that's at 100, you're probably not seeing the newest cards. Sometimes you are, but let's say for this, let's just say you're not. So we don't confuse people, you want that to be under 100 cards. As you can see right here, 33 items found. The best way to filter this right now is just going to be position by position, going left edge, right edge, quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, left guard, left tackle, all of those things. You're just clicking on going through, and this is going to actually refresh it for you. You don't have to go to that team. You don't have to keep refreshing it. Each time you click a different position, it is going to refresh for you. So right now, I'm seeing the newest cards. If I go ahead and click through, I may see a snipe. I may see one pop up for 14,000. If I was to see that, I would go in and buy it. Now, I will tell you, sometimes if stuff is really popping, if we have a really big content day or around Christmas, a lot of people are opening packs, stuff like that, there's going to be times where 2 or 3 snipes pop up. Usually my advice for that is if, let's say a halfback and there's 2 of these that pop up, both are snipes, I would go to the second card even if it's a little bit less profit because it's going to be less contested. What a lot of people are going to do is they're going to see that first card, they're going to see profit, and they're just going to click immediately because a lot of times these are really competitive. There are other people doing the exact same thing you are. Imagine how many people are watching this video the same time you are, or imagine how many people have watched this video over time. If this video hits 10,000 views, there's over 10,000 people that now know how to do this. With that being said, though, that is your unfiltered and filtered down price. Now, another tip or another thing that has to be said is anytime you are selling on the unfiltered price, it is popping up those cards in their last 20 minutes or last 30 minutes. You have to post for an hour. I will have to ingrain this in your brain, because people do not understand this years and years and years into sniping and reselling. You have to post for 1 hour. I don't know how many times a day I have to tell people that in the chat. People are always saying, my cards aren't selling. It's because they're posted for a day and the unfiltered price is the last 20 minutes of their sale. And they made that really annoying because when you do click on a card, you go to auction it off. They now made it to where it's auto set to 1 day. Always click over to 1 hour. There is zero reason to ever post a card for 24 hours unless you're leaving for the weekend or you are unless it's a really big card and you're going to sleep overnight, then post it for a day. Even if you're going to sleep and you're posting stuff on the unfiltered price, you would still yet want to post this for 1 hour every single time. With that being said, let's have a little quiz right here so that you can figure this out. Make sure to pause this video. And again, if you need to come back to this video, if this was confusing maybe a little bit now, maybe you're later in the video or later on in the year, you need to re-see this, you need to redo this. Maybe you come back to the game later on in the year, you need to re-see this again. That's okay. Come back, watch this video. Now, for a quiz, how much should I be buying 82s for this right here? As you can see on my screen, 63,000 is what they're selling for. How much should I be buying them for in order to make good profit? If you said around 54 to 55, maybe even 53 or 52, you were correct. So anywhere from 52 to 55 would be a good place to buy these, and of course anything under. But because we're being able to sell these at, I would say 60, I actually said 64. If we was able to sell these at 64,000 coins, 10% of that, you're then going to be getting 57,600 coins, and then you want to take off. I took off 4,000. If I'm putting a lot into this, I want 4,000 back. So therefore, 53,600 coins was my ultimative of where I would want to be buying these cards at. Now, how would I filter this down? What would be the best way to filter this down? Go ahead and answer that question for me. Well, it's kind of a trick question. It kind of depends. If there's collector series coming out today as we're recording, so collector series is going to be good when that content does come out. While that content's not out, I would be going, by position probably, or even by conference. A lot of people really down on the conference, and I know you have to scroll through all those teams, but let me show you that real quick. If you go to team and you are going all the way down and you're going by conference, that is going to be a really good way to filter down as well. AFC East, and as you see, it is 100 items here. I'm not sure if I'm seeing the newest. I may not be, but this is usually the absolute best way to filter down. Even if you're going by program or even if you're going by anything else, this is a really good way to filter. With that being said, that is how to snipe and resell 101 for dummies.